What's up? My name is Ken Dumbo, the MC with the sauce. Don't forget to subscribe to J. Cool.
The trends that are explained there. The trends that are explained there. How it ends up with government dealings. The trends that are there.
That is
Minister. So are you right to outrightly just write it off and say there's no minister involved, there's no government official involved, you have clean hands, but where the trends reports that's highlight
and that is why
suspicious transactions in your government.
And that is why, Peter, when you listen to me, you will know that we are talking from the same page. I have said where there is any such minister involved, the president has said that the law will take its course. So I'm not absorbing any minister, I'm not absorbing any government official from
you speak on behalf of government also. You sit with the president. Okay. The president gets a dossier of that report with names and everyone in it. So are you telling us that with all that information that the president has, and with the FIC's report and the institutions that have highlighted that these are connected to government, there is absolutely no one that can be held accountable in the report you got with the names of the people involved, with the accounts that are involved, with the individuals that are named, with companies that were registered in a month and were given huge contracts under your watch?
Peter, we are still on the same page. I have indicated here that what I am saying is that I'm not absorbing any single minister or permanent secretary or high-ranking government official from those alleged suspicious financial transactions. I am saying the president has already taken stand that whoever is involved, whoever may be culpable, should be brought to book by the agencies. And that is where we are at the present moment. The only thing I am trying to explain here is to say that the president is not interested in the fight against corruption, that he's saying he means well in the fight against corruption. What is happening is something divergent to that. That is the point I'm making, to say that assertion is not correct, because when you look at what the president has done, unprecedentedly, he has reacted not by dismissing the FIC report, he has reacted by strengthening those assertions in terms of giving directives to the agencies responsible now to do further investigations in order to get culprits booked to take their mandate to the latter. That is where we are.
The people's concern is the president has the names of these people. He knows them. If they're still in their offices, why hasn't he asked them to step away? If they're still in their offices, why hasn't he gotten rid of them? Because history has told us it's very hard, Honorable Montoya, to even investigate you in your ministerial portfolio. So if your name is mentioned and he's keeping you there, what will the public say? Okay. Because he knows this. Because the report he has all the names and all the details.
Peter, the report the president has is the reports that you yourself have at sight, I assume. Can you tell me a single name that you read in that report which is associated with government and the president has not taken action?
The report I see is a report for the public. The report that the general public sees is a report for the public. The one the president gets, according to the FIC, is a different one. It's a dossier. It has names and everything. So, Honorable Member, if you pin this on us, examining people for asking these questions and as to why the president is not asking, it will be very unfair, because we know he gets a different report.
That is exactly, Peter, where I wanted us to get to say we would rather debate what is on the table and not an assumption. I would like to guarantee you that with the information that the president has, there is no way he would have certain names and be able to shield those people. That is not the nature of the president that we have, and he has demonstrated this over the last 3 years that he has been in office, that there shall be no sacred cow in the fight against corruption. So I would like to indicate that it is simply an assumption that the president has names of certain individuals, ministers whom he is shielding. No. The president has simply indicated to say whoever is involved, and there will be no discrimination, no segregation, no favoritism. He has unleashed the investigative authorities to take charge. That is where we are. and not an assumption of the president. He might have certain names like this Cornelius Moito there.
We're not saying these are assumptions. This is what
like
we know, that's what's contained in the dossier he receives from the FIC, and we get a report that protects, these people's reputations in public.
And I'm now telling you, that in the report that you are referring to, there is no single name that is appearing which the president, this particular president, is shielding. You can count on that. There is no such a thing. I think that the way the law operates, and I don't even want to get to the law where we should begin to say everybody is deemed innocent until proven guilty. There is nothing like that. The president has already given a presidential directive that ACC DEC should get their hands, to work, and we await those investigations.
I want to bring in, there's a point that you raised about the assertion that President Hakainde Hichilema has failed to combat corruption. And this assertion was shared by former President Galungu. And he said instead of the president focusing on the corruption fight currently, he's paid more attention to the previous administration. What's your comment on this? Is the president paying more attention to the corruption of the past than he is of today?
Well, I want to indicate here that the president has been very magnanimous and clear in the last 3 years that in terms of the fight against corruption, he's saying this is a fight about corruption of the past, corruption of the present, corruption of the future. And in all his transactions and dealings in terms of his relationship with law enforcement agencies, there is zero interference so far in the works of the investigative agencies, and they are operating freely and autonomously. So the comments that are coming from the former president, I think that I wouldn't want to dedicate a lot of time to respond to those comments because they are expected, to come. He's trying to build a narrative that should shield the former administration almost to look like the present administration. I think that we do have records which is in public domain. In the previous administration where ministers would be driving flagged vehicles to go and appear before the Anti-Corruption Commission, and the commission finds a prima facie case about the transactions of this particular minister, yet this minister will drive back to Parliament, will drive back to their offices. We have not seen any one such incident under the present administration. We do have government officials who have been associated with transactions that are questionable, be it at State House, be it at ministerial level, be it at permanent secretary level. The president has not hesitated to take action. This we did not see in the past, and I'm not here to begin to compare and contrast the past and present regime's approach to the fight against corruption. But when they begin to enter the fray or discourse of argument to begin to point fingers at the present administration, we'll be quick to remind them that they were worse off. We are not saying that what could be happening under this administration should be tolerable. The president and his administration stand toe to toe with their electoral mandate that there will be and shall be zero tolerance to the fight against corruption. And I would like to indicate, therefore, that the decision the president has taken, for instance, to accept the resignation of the anti-corruption director general is one which I think was done fairly in national interest, because that office had come under public contempt in terms of now undermining public confidence in the whole institution of the Anti-Corruption Commission. The next thing is there were or was a commissioner going out public to share with the public concerns which should have informed the decisions, actions and measures that should have been taken by the board in managing the operations of the management of the Anti-Corruption Commission in terms with the distinct roles that are assigned to the management and the board in terms of corporate management, that there appears, as we speak now, to have been a disjoint in that relationship overlap that commissioner has now had to resort to the public gallery instead of managing the affairs to ensure that the ACC operates. The president was on firm ground to fire the entire board, to dissolve the entire board, because then it meant that the board was failing itself to execute the mandate for which the president had delegated to them, given that that particular institution operates autonomously.
Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, J Cool, and turn on the notification bell, cause I'm gonna see you in the next video.